Hey, ho, hey, ho.
Oh man, what happened to the song?
Hey, let's do it again.
Hey,
ho.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, ho, hey, ho.
Hey everybody. Welcome to Hype Night.
Welcome to Hype Night.
Tonight's a night of interesting...
Yeah, what do they call that? Gremlins.
Gremlins. There have been a lot of gremlins.
Yeah, because some of us have, it's square, and some of us have a rectangle.
Yeah, like I don't know how this feed is coming live to you. Let us know. Is it square? Is it a rectangle?
Can you see this part, or can you not?
We don't know what's
I don't know.
happening.
I mean, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
Any way you see us is right. So, welcome.
Welcome to Hype Night.
Hype Night.
I'm Mel.
Yeah, I'm Dale.
Welcome.
We're gonna hype. We're gonna hype tonight.
We're gonna hype tonight.
Yeah. And, if you haven't been to Hype Night before, welcome. What we do is we bring on a wonderful guest, a wonderful woman, and we just hype her because, you know, there's so many wonderful women around.
Yeah, we've been saying for a while now that we could do the show for
Years.
Yeah. Because we know so many amazing women.
We could do it every day for years.
We could.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great.
Okay.
If you've joined us before, thank you for coming back. If you're new, welcome.
Welcome.
Please feel free during the show to comment, ask questions, like, share, and just interact with us. We'd love to hear from you.
That's right. I've got my phone right here in front of me. It shows all your comments as you send them to us. So please do.
Yay!
You know, usually we start Hype Night with showing you a little bit how the hype works.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna give Melissa a little bit of hype right now.
Great.
This is a story.
Okay. Great.
So I find you to be a good compass of inclusivity in my life.
Okay. Cool.
Which I am grateful for and happy to have. So I find myself sometimes thinking, how would Melissa look at this? Or how would Melissa tackle this? And I just want you to know that I find it inspiring how wonderfully inclusive in your language and in your day-to-day that you are. And I am trying to be more like that.
Wow, thank you, Dale.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Good.
I would like to hype in honor of that, or to sort of forward that, or what's the word? Pay it forward?
Yeah,
Is
let's
that the
pay it
thing?
forward.
Let's pay it forward. I was going to say push it forward, but
Yeah.
pay it forward.
Let's try it on.
Try it on. I've been really lucky and blessed to work with a lot of people. I work with this place called the Children's Peace Theater. That's an amazing place where kids go there to learn about theater and music, and all through the lens of social justice and anti-oppression. And so I've been really lucky to be around people who've given me perspectives that have been really helpful in that. And I try very hard every day to listen to other perspectives.
Well,
so I appreciate that.
It's working.
Yay.
And that's all.
Thanks, Dale.
You're wonderful.
So hype to the Children's Peace Theater.
Yes,
I know
hype.
they're
I don't have a drink hype, but
Hype. Dale, I want to say to you, so Dale has mentioned before on the show that a play that she wrote is being published.
This is true.
And today you came in, and I actually saw a post of yours today where you were like proofing the book, the play.
I know.
Printed, and I just want to say, it's amazing. It's amazing that you wrote it. You wrote it. You starred in it. You produced it, right? No, you didn't produce it.
No.
But you were like instrumental in making it
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
And now it's getting published. And I want to hype you as a writer because
Thank you.
you're a wonderful actor and improviser, and we've talked about that. But you are an exceptional writer, and you have a really interesting point of view, and you're very funny. And so,
Thank you.
Hype to you for that.
I have to give a little bit of hype to Christopher Vaughn and Trevor Martin, who co-wrote it with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and Chris Harrison and Phil Patterson, who created and produced it.
Amazing.
So it took a village, but I really do appreciate that because it's a special thing in my heart. That show is special to me, and proofing it today was exciting.
Night of the Living Dead Live is
Yes.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's available through Samuel French. That's it.
There you go. Check it out. I love it. It's
all
fun.
right.
Yeah, that's really fun. So that's Hype right. We basically just like say great things about each other and about our guest.
Yeah.
So do you want to maybe get into our guest?
I do.
I'm so stoked tonight to have this guest here.
Yeah.
I've known her for several years now through friends and through her work, and she's a Toronto-based singer-songwriter, and she's amazing. You're gonna get to know her. She just dropped an EP, which is really exciting, and so we're gonna
talk all about it.
So welcome tonight to Hype Night, Dahlia.
I get up. Come on in.
Welcome. You can do whatever you like, whatever dancing you like.
Well, I can't dance. It's like it.
Shimmy is good.
There you go. Shimmy.
Now we can shimmy. Did you hear music?
Thank you, open source music.
Now the truth is, Dahlia, we would have loved to bring you into your music.
Yeah.
However, we're pretty sure that Facebook would shut us down if we played it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, no, this doesn't belong to you. This belongs to Dahlia. You're
She's
not
right
allowed
here.
to use it.
But if we were gonna play your music, and there will be a version of the show that isn't on Facebook.
That's right.
So if we were gonna play your music, this is where we would play it.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's so good.
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 We will share links, and you guys, everyone will be able to go check out her music. So never fear. Never
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for
fear.
having
Yeah,
me.
thank you for being here. It's so great to have you.
Yes, I don't know you as well.
We
as
can do
Melissa
the head
does,
thing too.
but- Yeah.
All love.
Yeah.
It's all love all around. No, not at all. It's very thick. It's very thick right here. It's all good. It's very, very good. Your drink that you have chosen
Yes.
is a wonderful tea.
We're having tea tonight. We're so civilized.
With our pinkies up.
Pinky up
That's
tea.
right.
Well, when you see our teacups, yeah, pinky's up for sure.
I wanna thank my sister Sonia D'Agostino for these teacups, for lending us these teacups, and I think we need a little bit of a slow jam for this tea.
Yes.
Let's bring those cups over.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
From like slow jam with tea.
I feel like they have to come in
Listen,
slow.
we had to make the tea as sexy as we could, so that's why. Yeah, woo!
Wow.
This is a rooibos from David's Tea. I feel like everything has to have a very white blend. It's a Fruity Oasis from David's Tea.
Rooibos is actually a bush. It's not
Is it?
actually a leaf.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Wow.
It's a bush, and it's a wonderful tea.
Yeah.
Naturally uncaffeinated is my understanding of it. Yes, I know a fair amount about this tea.
Jill, can you pass me your?
Do I do this with the whole saucer?
I'm doing this.
Okay.
Maybe I'm breaking a rule. We break all the rules here on
Thanks for
Hyper
having
Night.
tea. I don't drink all that much, so I didn't want to.
Guys, the beef.
I think
the
it's
beef
listen,
said
just
I
losing.
had like 5 minutes of me being a cheap girl.
We're like,
Nice,
here, we made
nice
you
night.
martinis.
Yeah.
What's funny is that we're not drinking alcohol, but I feel more drunk right now than I have on the show, and I think it's this song.
It's true.
I love it, like.
Maybe
I
they
did-
should always introduce our. It's weird too because I'm gonna cheers you with
Pinkies
this
up.
tea.
Cheers,
Cheers.
man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Pinky
Cheers.
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 What's funny is
Cheers
that
to
I
you.
actually had to do marketing for beverage alcohol for like almost 7 years.
Really?
Yeah, I did
Mhm.
too.
Did you?
Yeah.
I
didn't.
won't mention which companies.
No,
did.
because Woodman Spirits and Wines is a very good friend of ours, so we'll just say that they're fantastic and they're generally
They are.
the sponsor for us.
Yeah.
So I won't say anything else.
Hype to them.
Hype to
Hype
them.
to Woodman Spirits and
Yes.
wine.
Yes.
Wine
Mm, it's really
spirits.
It is
It's
very
good,
nice.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, David's Tea. We're not sponsored by David's Tea, but we
No.
did buy this tea there.
Yeah,
so
but still.
There you go.
Little tip for David's Tea. If you ever go into a David's Tea,
Yeah, tell us.
Ask.
Tell us, Jill.
ask the people working there who David is. And it's great
Oh.
because they all have like an en route kind of response.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so ask
never
every
done that.
time you go in, ask, who's David?
Think of asking.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they'll always say the same thing.
There's a lot of energy in David's Tea when you go in there.
There
It's
is.
like that must be part of the hiring process.
There is.
It's almost like, whoa.
Yeah.
Or they're all
It's-
drinking
it's
a lot
intense.
of caffeinated tea.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Welcome.
Hope you enjoy your tea. It's quite hot, so
Generally,
delish. Great.
we start our day with the best part of our day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So something, it could be something big or something little. Best part of your day.
It may seem little, but I actually woke up to not my regular alarm because I live with my brother, and my niece, Anya, decided to come into my bed because I live with them, and she's like, Auntie Dahlia, and she just sort of laid on my belly, and I was like, I don't have to wake up because this cuteness is on me. And she's like, looks right at me. She's like, wake up now. I was like, okay.
No. Yeah.
So that was, I think that was the best part. Waking up
That's
to
the
that.
fabulous part of it.
That's
Knowing
really
that I had
sweet.
so much ahead of me, I was like, okay, this is a cute little alarm clock.
Nice.
Hype to Anya.
Hype to Anya.
Hype Anya.
Well done.
My best part of the day was I had a fairly structured day where everybody, like I was on kind of like a very strong timeline, but then a bunch of people came early, so I got an extra half hour for lunch.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's nice.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That's a good
It
time.
was good.
So a half hour to
Extra. Oh, to look at
1 hour, so it's like 1.5.
I got an hour and a half for lunch.
That's a long lunch.
Right? It was
That's
a proper
good.
lunch. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
that's nice.
I bought a really expensive smoothie,
Wow.
and I enjoyed my lunch. It was good.
Nice.
Mhm.
That's nice.
Yeah.
My favorite part of my day was early this morning. So I have a deadline for this screenplay that I'm revising. So in order to fit it into my day, I have to add it on to my already full day. So Matt and I, my husband and I, Matt who's behind the camera, hype to Matt, behind the camera.
Hi.
He and I have been waking up around 6 o'clock in the morning, which for us is a bit earlier than we do, like, you know, like an hour or so earlier. And I'm trying to get writing by 6:30. So we've been taking a walk every morning to sort of wake up. So we went for a walk in the park, and it was really nice. So we've been doing that for a couple mornings
These are
now.
such positive choices that you've made in your life. It's such an active, positive choice.
Listen, I don't want to give the impression, I will take that hype, thank you. But let me just clarify. This is a different way of waking up and being very productive in the morning. Usually that's not what I do. So I'm like, I'm happy that it's
That's a
happening.
choice. No one makes a choice of just being like, it has to be a choice. No one just wakes up and goes, I'm taking a walk.
So, but I feel like some people make that choice every morning. You know those people who are like able to be like, I wake up at 5:30 and I immediately do exercise, and then I drink a smoothie with all the important things in it, and then I meditate for half an hour, and then I'm like, I'm not usually that person. That's what I'm saying. No disrespect to those people.
I want to be.
I'm just
I
not
am
that.
not.
Yeah,
Exactly.
instead we're
want to
curling
be.
up with our nieces and just laying.
Yeah, man.
laying
Instead I'm
it
like
down.
hitting snooze like 8 times.
Yeah.
Snooze.
Snooze.
I love snooze
Snooze.
so much.
I love it too much.
Snooze is too much. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the thing where I like throw my phone now, where I'm like, I throw it. 'Cause I'm like, I can't, I have to go to it.
For a while, I would keep it far away from me, so I'd have to like get up and
Yeah.
turn the alarm off. But then I would find a way around it every time.
Listen, you're smart.
Keep it on the other side of the room, so you have to get up and put it off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
true.
But then you just, then you learn to sleep through it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
What about other people in your home needing to sleep through
yeah.
They
it?
learn to sleep through
They
it.
learn to
too.
sleep
I
through it.
don't
Put
know.
your earplugs in.
Yeah.
It's like I shouldn't disturb anyone else.
I shouldn't. Yeah.
That's so nice of you.
That's very nice of you, Dahlia. Hype to you for being so generous.
To your family.
I'm like, screw it. I'm sitting snooze.
I'm
Nah.
like, I'm awake. Stop.
Aw, poor Matt.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, please. Matt sleeps through anything. A little tidbit about Matt.
Sleeps through anything.
Hype to Matt for sleeping
Hype
through
to Matt
everything.
for sleeping through everything.
I'm going to start with the hype rules.
Yeah, let's do it.
yes.
Let's
For
do it.
anyone who's watching new, and I'm going to revisit them for you. The hype rules is, as we give you the hype, you just got to take it. Just
Take
take
it.
it. You know? Absorb it. Live it. Love it. Make it
Mhm.
part of who you are. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
it's not
fantastic.
easy, but we'll try.
It's not
Yeah,
easy.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah,
I'm always
for
like,
sure.
no, stop, no compliments.
Yeah. No.
It wasn't me, it was them.
It was them. I just did it. It was no big deal.
Yeah.
Which also, if we get something wrong, tell
Yes,
us that we got
please
something
tell us.
wrong.
Yeah.
But also, if there's hype that you would like to share with other people, let us know as we go through different things. Hype to
Awesome.
this person, hype to that person.
Amazing.
Because hype night has become like a big love-in.
Yeah, basically
Really
we
has.
just
Love fest?
love fest.
Yeah.
Which is I
It's
love.
great.
Yeah,
We just
it's
need
so
it.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
What
all.
the world needs now.
Dahlia, you're so amazing.
Yes.
I'm just gonna start like that. I know that sounds like a big generic thing, but it's not. You're so amazing. I was reading up so much about you and listening to your music on Spotify yesterday.
Thank you.
And just digging it so hard that now everything's liked, and now you're gonna be in my
Yeah,
My
in that
rotation.
rotation.
I love
it's
it.
gonna be head
In fact, the
rotation.
first time when we
Rotate
were
me.
talking about people to have on the show months ago, and your name was on the list right away, like we were just sort of jamming names, and I sent Dale a link,
Mhm.
and she immediately was like, "Oh yeah, this 100%." Like
right,
loved
with
the
the
link so much.
pre-release.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
yeah.
gotta say, when we first thought about doing this show, we were actually just like jamming to like some cool neo soul jams in a brunch place.
In a brunch place,
and
yeah.
so then when I know that's not particularly what you do, but
No, yeah.
you have a different kind of genre of music, but still, I feel like you're the perfect guest for us. So just know that.
You're like the spirit of how the show started. Yeah.
Nice.
You truly
Like
are.
Lucy Pro, was that who we were listening to that day? We were listening to like.
Could have been Lucy.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
the
it
fact
was
that we
Lucy
knew
Where was the brunch
who Lucy-
place? What was it?
It was not far from here.
I forget what it's called.
Okay then.
It had.
It
had
has the
one.
best pancakes you'll ever taste.
You know what it was?
Look it up.
Yeah, it was a place that had the lights from Captain whatever in the place.
Not
Captain
starving
John's.
artists.
Captain John.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Captain John's
It's
went
in Parkdale.
under,
Toronto, it's in Parkdale.
but then they took all the lights from Captain John's and put it in this
Put
place.
it in this place.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're
So
gonna
if you
find
know-
it and tell you because you should go there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
They play good music and they have great pancakes.
And great ideas on show.
Exactly.
This is true.
It's inspiring.
This is true. So
Um,
you've been singing forever.
Yeah, you started singing when you were 7,
7.
right?
Yep, my family
Amazing.
put me up on that stage, and it was actually my sister, who's a great singer, and I think maybe she was a little bit shy, but she put me up on stage, and she would train me on singing, and my dad would have like sort of this instrumental ready to go in front of like hundreds of people. So I remember the first song I
Yeah,
sang
like
was
what kind
like
of music?
the first song I ever sang was From a Distance.
Yes.
Oh,
By Ben
Oh my
Miller.
god, what a classic!
We've actually found the soundbite of it. We
It's
found
so
it. It was
good.
like I thought it was this big womanly voice. We heard it back, and it was not. It was From a Distance.
Of course.
You were 7,
Yeah, I
right?
was
Yeah.
And
In your own head, though, it would sound like
Yeah.
a woman's voice.
Yeah, right?
I think
For
so.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so grown up. And then the second song I ever sang, like shortly after, like between 7 and 8 years old, was Another Day in Paradise by Phil Collins.
Yeah, think
Really?
twice.
Yeah, I'm
Think twice.
giving away my
Really?
age here,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I love how both of those songs have a social message
They
to them.
do.
Like you were
Yeah.
already like, yes, social
Yeah,
message.
I love both of those songs.
Right.
Still. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both great
I
songs.
still love those songs.
Yeah.
For sure.
Amazing.
Not afraid of those choices anymore.
No.
A huge Phil Collins, right?
Yeah.
Phil Collins.
Huge
Yeah,
Phil Collins
yeah.
fan over here.
Yeah,
Big
me
fan.
too. I'm a huge
Yeah.
Phil Collins fan too.
Yeah.
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 There you
great.
go.
Just a
We're
little
bonding.
bass line there.
So then you started
Yeah,
getting
good bass
into playing piano.
And
Yeah.
writing songs at like
Writing
10.
songs at like 10.
Writing
I
songs
still have
at
them.
10.
I
you
have
really?
the book. I have the book.
Oh my god.
And the first song I ever wrote was called Little Boy. I've never said this to anyone actually.
This is the moment,
like-
everybody. Exclusive.
And it was a little boy because I was the youngest in my family, not only my immediate family, but like my extended family. And then that was going to be broken. I was going to be like someone's older sister in a way because I had a cousin coming. And so I wrote this song called Little Boy about him. And I have the book where I wrote it and everything. And so many years later when we came to Canada, they migrated here as well. And now he's like one of my closest friends. So hi to Miguel Nerona, my cousin.
Miguel.
Always
Thank
supports
you.
me.
Inspiration. Early
Yeah,
inspiration.
early inspiration. And he still inspires me till today.
What was the style of that song?
Oh my god.
Like, can you name the style? Was it a
it's
pop
like-
song or
it was
was
a-
it
like a pop ballad?
nice?
I love it.
Yeah, it's a pop ballad for sure.
Sweet.
So great.
That's
I
so
don't remember
great.
what I did when I was 10. So there's that.
I did used to make
Amazing.
dance. I used to reenact dance films in the backyard for my family. So I would take like Dirty Dancing
Oh,
or
yeah,
Flash Dance or whatever, and I would like do the choreography.
I
Out
would
for that.
love to see the footage of
I
that.
know, we need to find that footage as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy times.
Yeah.
I don't
Post it
think
right
there
to
is
your
footage,
page.
sadly, of that. So there's,
I used to
Gotta
write
be.
things and then hide them in the house.
oh yeah.
Like,
Did you want people to find them, or you just
No, I
hide them?
didn't, but it didn't
So
feel right to
cute.
get rid of them.
Oh.
Like I would write like my feelings and then I'd be like, I'm sure my mother has.
Yeah.
I'm sure my mother has like
Aw.
a pile of them somewhere because I didn't feel right to get rid of them.
No, you just want to express them in
My
like.
feelings.
There's something I need to tell someone. Hopefully they find it right under this closet over here.
You'll see it
Oh,
over here.
man.
Yeah. Maybe
That's
not today.
amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe not
There's
tomorrow.
a lot of little notes in Value Village.
Amazing. Your mom found a bag of notes and like gave them away to Value Village.
I buy them. When you buy a bag
I
of
would
notes,
buy a bag of
Oh
notes
my
at Value
God.
Village.
It's
I mean,
hilarious.
I've bought Stranger Things at Value
I
Village.
would. Send us
Yeah.
your notes, everybody.
Everybody said, "Tell us
No.
what you were doing when you were 10." I
Yeah.
want to hear those.
Yeah.
Now,
for
I didn't
sure.
learn to play the piano at 10. I taught myself later on. So
Oh,
just
okay.
clarifying the facts.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I think I was
good,
like
yeah.
18 or 19.
Okay.
And my sister is actually a pianist, and so she bought this beautiful like antique Steinway, and that was it. That was like, okay, all these songs that I just wrote but didn't know like what was happening musically, I'm good enough to figure it out myself on the piano.
Awesome.
And so, and then here I am. Putting
That's
a record
amazing.
I
out.
have so much respect for that.
That's
so
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, because
That's
some
fun.
people get like pushed. Like some people get like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna learn the piano and
Mhm.
everything. But to have the drive inside you to be like, this is something that I love and something that I want to do. It's just inspiring. It's lovely.
And to learn by ear and be motivated to teach
Mhm.
yourself
Right.
is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a little bit in your head about like not being a trained pianist and like, you know, doing
Right.
it, but then meeting some musicians that have been seasoned to turn around and go, no, like what you do is really cool. And it's like, okay, all right, let's keep at this. Let's
Yeah.
keep at this, because you can get a little bit of a, you know,
Sure, I
if
mean,
you want
like-
a trained actor versus
Yeah, like
Sure.
legitimacy,
Sort of like that.
the
Yeah.
stories we tell ourselves about like how do we know we're legitimate, whatever that means. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that's not a thing, right? Because
Right.
only you determine whether
Right.
you're
It's all
legitimate
up
or not,
here.
right?
Yeah.
it's all
that's
up
what I
here.
say.
Yeah.
That's right.
Legit.
Hype to you for that, legit.
Legit.
So you trained with a lot of people.
Yes.
Micah Barnes,
Mika
Shannon
Barnes.
Gunn, or
Mhm.
Mika Barnes, pardon
Yeah.
me.
Hype to Mika Barnes.
Yeah, Mika
Hi,
Barnes.
Mika Barnes. And then with this, so you released an EP in 2013 called Between the Lines.
Yes.
And what's that?
I'm laughing because, you know, okay, both of you will have to admit stuff if I'm gonna like do some admittance here, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
You know that first project, you put it out,
Yeah.
we title it Growth, that, you know, that project?
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
That's what I think that project does. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, awesome.
That's great.
That's
And
fantastic.
There's something, there's these freeing things about looking back at the work that you've done, like, and being like, that's where I was at that point.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's important
100%.
to that
Mhm.
work that you're doing and the growth
Right.
that you have. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
because without that,
I know, and then we tend to
Yeah.
put like our first work down
Yeah.
and things like that, but, you know,
But
it
not on
opened
Hype
a lot of
Night.
doors.
Not on Hype
Not
Night,
on
we
Hype
don't.
Night. On Hype Night, we admit
No.
that it opened a lot of doors for us.
yeah.
And it was also
You know,
like
learning
you expressing
and-
yourself in that
Mhm.
moment. I also think, like for me, my experience of my past work is that I'll often go back and I'm looking at it. We're just so often our worst critics,
For sure.
you know. And
Yeah.
so it's so hard to look back
Mhm.
at old work. But on this show, it's like no,
Because wait a
you
second.
put out an
Hype.
EP.
Yeah.
You make music, write songs. There's nothing we're gonna diminish about that.
Well, the other thing was like, I got away from that record for a while because I'm like, you know, trying to dig deeper, right? You know,
Sure.
dig in further into your craft.
Mm-hmm.
And I met some people that came up to me and was like, I love your first record. I always cry for this song. Like, this grown man came up to me, and you know, when we bumped into each other at the trade show at One of a Kind.
That's right.
This
Yeah.
gentleman comes up to me and he's tearing as he's remembering crying, and I was like, here I am diminishing my work, and it meant something to someone else. So now you're diminishing other people and what the songs might have been to them.
Totally.
Right?
It's
So
such,
I was
such
like-
a good point.
I was like, okay, growth. Don't put yourself down.
Yeah.
Hype to growth.
So let's hype up also that you just had that clarity and share that with everybody.
Yeah.
And like that you were like,
I do that too. Like I think it's a hard lesson for all artists to kind of come to terms with that, where you kind of go, oh, wasn't that good of a show, or could have done this. But the truth is, people experience it. They think it's fantastic, and it's like
Yeah.
allowing people to have those experiences. It's
Yeah, you're almost stealing away their experience
Yeah,
of the show
by
when you get
doing
off.
that.
By
exactly.
that's a
Yeah.
hype night.
Yeah. That's why we have hype
Stop
night.
all the more hype.
Exactly.
Cut it out.
More
So-
hype. More hype.
I'm not. I don't have a great memory for like names of songs and things like that.
That's fine.
But is your 2013 album the one where you did that awesome video where you're like sitting on the settee?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yeah, that was
So
a fun
good.
win. I
So
actually
good.
won
I'm
that
freshening it.
through a song.
What?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Songwriting contest that was put up by TLA, which is a video production company run by a cinematographer named Tom Antos.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Hype to Tom Antos. He's a,
Hype.
people love Tom Antos. He's a massive following because he was one of the first people to use YouTube to help people with cinematography, actually. You know,
Awesome.
and so a lot of people, he just gave away these tips for other people kind of holding close to their heart. And I won the songwriting contest for Tomorrow Tonight, and then voila, I got this nice glossy video, and it was
The
Awesome.
video's
it was like
sick.
it's so awesome
so
filming
great.
it.
It's
Yeah.
really great. Yeah.
Like be sexy while your entire friends and family are behind the camera.
Yeah.
40 man crew, not man crew, a 40 person crew.
Yes.
But just looking at you, I'm like, Dad, look away. Look away. I need to be sexy on this couch.
Yeah, the design of it is gorgeous. Your
Yeah.
design is gorgeous on
Yeah.
it.
So it was
yeah.
really cool doing that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Amazing.
We'll put a link to it.
We will
so
put
you
a
can
link to
go
that
and see
for
it.
sure.
Because it's crazy good.
It's
I
crazy
watched it.
good. And so, leading up to this EP that you just recently dropped, Shift, I heard in an interview you were talking about how you took your time with this one and you really didn't perform it a lot before you released it.
I know people. Okay, a lot of people supported this idea. Okay, in the industry of doing this.
Mhm.
It was a little bit gutsy, and I know part of people who don't do it this way too. A lot of people will go perform their song, so when a record drops, people may know it in the city a little bit.
Right.
You know,
Right.
depending on where they are in their careers, of course. And so, I was like, my producer of the record, Nick Names, also
Hey,
like
Nick
one of my
Names.
closest friends.
Hi.
He's like, don't do it. Don't do many open mics. Don't do any shows where you actually, put it out there. And some of the reason that I don't know if it was him and some other people as well was like, there's muscle memory and people remember melodies and especially like really
yeah.
catchy hooks
Sure.
Mhm.
and things like that. And there is some catchiness to the hooks for sure. And so when you do perform it after the record's out, or they hear the record for the first time, like, oh, I know this song. It's like, yeah, you saw me at the Piston, or you saw me at the
Yeah.
supermarket, or
Yeah.
wherever it was.
Yeah.
And so you know it, so it's not fresh anymore, right? So
Right.
once a record comes out, to do it live after is now bonus to anyone who's like heard the record now,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was a little bit more gutsy. So when we do shows, it's gonna be a little bit more like, a little more sparse, and far and few in between. But when we do it, it'll be a little bit more thought provoking, and a little bit more.
It's also
Ideas
interesting to
into
think, like, sometimes, it's an interesting way to think about it, because sometimes I think, when I hear someone sing something somewhere, and then I hear it in part of the album, it's almost like that song, hearing it somewhere else, takes you there, and then
Right.
you have to come back to the album,
Mhm.
like, as a whole.
Mhm.
And I know that, like, I don't know, I guess we're in the world of, like, the single now, right, where it's just
Mhm.
like, drop that single, and
Right.
everybody's gonna fall in love with this one song, but
Yeah.
the truth is, there's, like, your songs all fit together. They're all part of a story, right?
Mhm.
So to put them together and allow people to experience it that way, that's a courageous thing to do. So it's an artistic choice. It might not be the ticket selling choice, but
Right.
it's an artistic choice. It's very courageous.
It's also like, okay, here's my question. It's your show and I'm asking the question. But this is
Cool.
a question
We're ready.
because we're like, I'm trying to learn. When you go to a live show,
Mm-hmm.
does it usually better than the record, than listening to the record, or is it less?
I
It
always think of
depends
them
on
as
the
different
experience.
experiences.
Yeah.
But mostly, let's say someone that's more of a singer-songwriter, sort of like trying to be.
I mean, I
Okay,
have
it's
There's
a mix.
something.
Mix.
There's something about the live, there's something about the live aspect of being in a room with other people
Mhm.
and with that singer. What I like about a concert or a live show is that I'm usually getting context for the song. Like often they're saying something,
Right.
or I'm getting a different interpretation of the song,
Right.
or I'm closer to the emotion of the song because I'm relating to the person right there in the moment. But
Mhm.
that also, I mean, I say that, and then in the same breath I think, like, sometimes depending on the production of the record,
Right.
like, you can also really feel that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, like, I like personally to have my live experience be a little bit different than just hearing all the songs played
Right.
the way they are on the album, just
Mhm.
played again, because I just like something different.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that's my personal.
Right. So some people might be looking at the record going, but then there was that intimate like live performance I saw of hers. So now then to listen to the record could be an elevation, or maybe
Right.
it could not.
Right,
Right.
Yeah.
It's two different things. It's like I heard the record and now to hear Dahlia sing live, maybe it's a little bit more. Okay, this is like an emotional, something different from the record.
I
Right.
think
Versus
in-
comparing the live performance to the record
To the
after
record.
it comes out.
Right.
Right.
I have this like theory right now in my life where I feel like we're so connected digitally through things, and our experiences are so digital that there is like a real love and want and yearning for like analog experiences.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, like a concert, hearing music in like, or even theater or anything that's like live is like, it's one of like our last like really human things that we get to do. So to me, I put the experiences so far away from each other.
Wow.
Because I always think of an album as being like a movie. Like I'm always like, it's choice. Someone really, really had to think about like the song was here, this song was here, and there was probably a fight, and they were probably like, no, you don't understand. It has to be like this. So I feel very different about both experiences about it.
Well, it's really funny you said that, and as you know, both people here that appreciate like the analog world and like, you know, putting like content out in the entertainment world. We were almost done the record. I'm like really hoping next school would be like sharing this. We're almost ready to put the record out, and he went and got this awesome analog gear. And he's like, I know we spent 2 years doing this. How could we possibly put out this record without sending it through all this analog gear?
Right.
It's gonna sound, this is it. This is what everybody wants to
Yeah.
hear. Like, you know, when we finally do end up pressing this record to vinyl in the next few months, it's gonna make all that difference, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, that's the kind of artist I wanted to be, right?
Yeah.
To be like, yours, like someone, like maybe my daughter then goes, that's my mom, or like my niece goes, that's my aunt, or whatever, like passing something down, not like, oh, here's a download of like, you know, my aunt, or whatever, or my friend. It's like, I always thought there'd be something to show for
something
it.
tangible.
And that comes back to the sound, and
Absolutely.
he ran almost every single sound through the new gear all over.
I believe, of course he did.
It's awesome.
Knowing nickname, I mean, I know nickname a bit at this point, and it's like, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Hype to nickname for that.
And the sound was just, you know, like all difference. And hype to that, because the record just, it was already like sounding really awesome to myself and to my ears and a few people that we had, you know, had a little listening party. And then that happened, and it was like,
Your voice has that kind of quality to it, though. Like to me, it feels like it has like a, well, it's not earthy. Earthy's not the word, but like a touchable quality
like
to it. Earthy. Okay, let's go.
It's got a lot of texture in your voice.
Like a touchable voice.
Yeah.
That you hear it and you go, that's a voice. That's not. It's not a robot singing. It's not. It's not. Yeah. There's a lot of person in your voice. So to run it through, you know, analog equipment and give it that kind of quality, I think is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I will say, like, if you want to, like, obviously we're going to share all the links with you to check out Shift, because the music's amazing. Also, I would say there's a couple of covers you do on YouTube. Like, there are videos of Dahlia doing covers. And there's like a great one of a Keen song, Someone Only We Know, which I really love. And then there's also, you cover this Brenda Lee song, and you're just like on a patio singing a cappella. And I have a real soft spot for Brenda Lee and Peggy Lee. Like, I love like the oldest church song, 30s, 40s, 50s. Like,
some people know it as a Nat King Cole. We'd have to get like Matt to look it up. Like,
well, it's a bunch of
commercials. I mean, but like, I don't know if Nat King Cole was like
the original. Probably,
but
I know it as a Brenda Lee tune.
Yeah, it was Pretend. I think Pretend.
Yeah. And and that's you doing like a standard, like a jazz standard, and it's a cappella, and it's gorgeous. Like, it's just gorgeous.
So just go look at her YouTube and just go find some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
like,
gosh.
you know.
That's my influence, and it was really difficult because at the end of the day I would still be categorized as pop music. But pop is so big. There's like commercial pop, like you have like Ariana Grande, but then you have indie pop, or you have like more of like Feist is still considered pop.
Yeah, totally.
But whereas like you can't compare those to, you know, people.
No.
So, you know, we try to say adult indie pop or indie pop now for my stuff. Some people have started to call it dream pop as well.
Oh.
But
that's interesting.
But yeah, some of the tunes would fall into dream pop. But
cool.
Those were my pop influences from like the 60s and the 70s that influenced my sound, like the Everly Brothers or Patsy Cline, which is country, but in a larger sense. If I was to do Patsy Cline right now, it would still be considered like country pop.
Sure.
ballad.
Yeah. Sure.
Paul Simon.
Oh Oh yeah.
Right? So like, and then recently my influences would be like Feist and even like Sia, Amy Winehouse. So trying to make that current and relevant, that sound, without just like being put in a box.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's what I love with the production of this record. It's because it could have gone a different way, but you have like sort of kind of like a pretend, kind of like that Peggy Lee song. We have a song called Dream Lover that's on the radio right now, but it has a hip hop beat and this fat kick like behind it. So it just somehow the production makes it more relevant.
Yeah.
You know? Like something you can like digest now.
Yeah, because it feels like very contemporary, the music, but it also, your voice has a real, like a quality to it that is both contemporary and a bit of a throwback, which is really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No, I really just wish that we could play it.
I know.
For you.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? If
Yeah.
we were gonna play it, we would play it right now.
We do with this being us. Where will we
It's
go?
so good. It's
if
so
we-
good.
It's kind of like a cooking show.
I know, right?
Look at these awesome scrambled eggs. You can't eat them.
Here they are.
Delicious.
Really are delicious.
Yeah, I know. There's also a really great video that you made for your song Broken with a dancer in it with beautiful dancing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love that. So we'll put a link to that as well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That tune was hard to. It almost didn't make it on the record actually.
Oh,
And
really?
then and then Nick was like, "What about?" We're like trying to figure out what songs to put on the record, and he was like, "There's this thing you do where you made that little piano riff. I think you should put that on." Can I admit something?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told anyone this. Oh my god, am I
Yeah, there's so many
admitting this?
exclusives tonight.
Okay.
Exclusive after exclusive.
Broken. Okay, so then I finally do end up putting it on the record.
Yeah.
And I recently admit only one of my closest friends, Morale, Hype to Morale, has
Wow.
supported me for like over 20 years of trying to do this. I went to her, I'm like, I wrote this song, and then I played it for her, and I got to the tag, and instead of, but I'm broken, it was, open the floodgates. And she was like, okay, we can't use that. And she just started laughing. And I can't believe I'm like admitting this, but every other lyric was the same,
Yeah.
except when it came to that, it was just open the floodgates, and it was me going to right into that riff, and then she's like, just starts laughing. She's like, I can't keep that. And I'm so glad, so glad.
Good
Hype to
friend.
morale.
Up to Ralph.
Yeah.
For your advice.
MARAL.
Your
Maddie.
sage advice.
Yeah. Thank
That's
God.
good.
Good friends are good.
Yeah.
Are friends that can say no.
don't
no
keep
floodgates.
that one.
No floodgates.
Yeah, no floodgates.
No floodgates. And I was like,
That's funny.
crushed. I'm like, what do you mean? But yeah, we made better lyrics. I came back.
All right. Well, that's the process, right?
I imagine the song gets written
million times,
times.
yeah.
Like, if it's anything like what I do, you just rewrite it a bunch of times.
bunch of times.
I don't like this direction.
So, speaking of songwriting, I think we'll do a lightning round now. So, our lightning round tonight is going to be collaborations, songwriters that Dahlia's collaborated with.
Fun.
And we're going to do it to Dale's favorite tune here.
This is my favorite tune.
Ready, Dale?
Here we go.
All right.
All right. Steve D'Angelo.
Nickname.
Omar Martinez.
Anna Golja.
Nikolai Salcedo.
Jason Johnson.
Sheldon Holder.
John Mega.
David Vocals Matthews.
Olivia Manara.
Allegra Jordan.
Dylan J. Usher.
And Stacey Gay.
Stacey.
America's Got Talent.
Salcedo.
Yeah,
Did I say that right?
you did. I
Cool.
think so. Did you
Yeah.
say it right?
Golia
He's in the
was
house tonight.
Golia.
Golia?
Golia.
Oh my god, I'm
From
sorry.
Degrassi.
Anna
Yeah.
Golia, right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Apologies. Thank you for letting me know.
That's
Yes.
I was
forgiven.
thinking about it. Thank you.
It's because it was in bold.
It was in bold, yeah.
Bolded,
It was
that's-
bolded.
Also, the J is a Y sound, I believe.
Which one?
Golia?
Yeah, Golia.
Oh, Golia.
So,
Golia.
they're forgiven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, there you go. Look at all
all,
this.
all the Degrassi fans are going to forgive you.
I'm gonna
right
have
now.
like a union
Yeah.
on my hands.
Um,
No.
And I bet you there's a bunch of people here we missed, yeah? I'll bet you.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah,
The ones we
I
could
mean,
find. Those are the ones we
those
could
are
find.
those are the big ones. I mean, it's really fun writing for other people or with other people. I think that really pushes me to grow in other genres because like I grew up listening to anything from country to like Greek folk music. My
Right.
dad played everything for us, or reggae or rap. So you take someone like John Mega, who now goes by Ryan Wild, I should say. Hype to Ryan Wild. Who is this hip hop country artist.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we wrote this country song together, and I was like, I would never release it under Dahlia necessarily, but like you could run with that one, right?
Great.
Or you have like some pop ballads I've written for other people, so I get to like kind of live in like other spaces for a little bit. It's like, what is a 16-year-old's perspective of high school right now? Okay, go.
Yeah, that's
you
awesome.
know, and
That's
like
great.
just finding like commonalities. That's what's cool about it, because I always have to write from an honest space, right?
Right.
So I'll give an example since we're talking about songwriting. There was a person who came up and was like, listen, right now I'm like really worried about going to I think she was going to go into high school or get out of high school, and so I was like, I need a place that I feel I can be myself, because I'm in that 16-year-old's headspace, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we wrote this song called Place of Our Own. It was a place of my own, and it was like sort of where I was in my life, because I needed a place of my own, because I'd given up my corporate job to like pursue my music. So it was like just finding what that is, so that I can end up lyrically writing from an honest place.
Right.
So I ended up. So that's actually the fun part, I think, about like writing and like figuring like, what's your story and
Yeah.
how does it connect to mine, and then
Empathizing with
Yeah.
other people and feeling that.
That's
feeling
such a
those
cool thing about
connections.
music, right?
Yeah.
Like that you can do that.
transfer
Yeah.
your feelings.
Amazing. So people can find your stuff on Dahlia Music Now. So you're on
Yes.
Twitter at Dahlia Music Now,
Yep.
Insta Dahlia Music Now. Your website is dahliamusic.ca,
Yes.
and you're also on Facebook, Dahlia Music. So check Dahlia out, and I'm lots of people have been like hearts and likes and
Oh,
all
so many
the
hearts and
things,
likes and lovely things
and
going by.
comments and all that. So
Dorothy Soros
Mm-hmm.
is hanging out and watching with us. So
Hi
there's
to
lots-
Dorothy Suarez.
Oh, hi. There's lots of people that have been coming and going. So and lots of hearts and things. We love hearts and little
yeah,
faces
parts of things.
stuff
And
like
so check it out afterward and see all the
Love.
stuff. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is around the time that we do a new favorite thing. I
my
can't believe
God.
we're already like.
I
we're
always
already,
feel like that.
yeah, I know it goes
Going
by
by
so
fast.
that.
quickly.
Just always feel like that.
Yeah, I know.
Happened.
New favorite thing.
New favorite thing.
New favorite thing.
So I'll start. My new favorite
You
thing is this place in Prince Edward County called Vicky's Veggies. It's like a vegetable stand, and it's like an old school vegetable stand where you go. It's on the honor system, so like there's just stuff
Yeah.
there. So you get like there's lettuces, potatoes, like whatever crop they have, and there's just a little pot, and they're like everything has a price on it, and you just leave the amount of money and
Wow.
take the stuff. And they also make these sauces. They make like hot sauces and piri piri sauce, and it's amazing. It's like my favorite new hot sauces are from this place in Prince Edward County called Vicky's Veggies. So just hype to
Wow.
Vicky and her veggies.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I'm like, I'm a
You
bit of
get
a
a
like
sponsor.
love county
Vicky's
living.
Veggies. Yeah, we get a sponsor,
Hey,
but
yeah.
we don't know what it is. It's just a box and it shows
Yeah,
up.
we just get a box every week of listen, Vicky, if you want to sponsor us, I will take
Yeah,
your
Vicky's
veggies.
Veggies.
Yeah.
My new favorite thing is an old favorite thing, but I have rediscovered it.
Nice.
It's been a long time since I like just laid with my back on the grass and looked at the sky.
That's nice.
I haven't done it in so long, but I've been doing it more recently. Not that I gotta go lay on this grass now. But I found myself laying on the grass and kind of looking up. I live near the jazz festival. I was able to like listen to music and kind of like just look at the sky and feel like
Beaches.
feel
Nice.
the earth kind of underneath you.
Love it.
I don't know.
love
There's
that.
something about the earth and the sky
Yeah,
right
man.
now for me that I'm really enjoying. New favorite things, just been around forever.
Love that. You could
Yeah,
look up,
right? New
you
favorite old thing.
You could look up dark sky areas in Ontario.
Yeah, and then
like,
go.
and just go to them.
Oh yeah. Well, my parents kind of live in a dark sky area.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like
Yeah.
between Ottawa and?
No, it's off by Newmarket, but it's very
Okay.
dark.
There's there's good skies in that area.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I know. It's not
It's
like
fun.
when you go to like Algonquin and you're,
Well,
like,
no,
and
yeah.
you're like, I can see the curvature of
Yeah.
the universe.
Yeah.
It's not quite like that, but You're just
Well, some
looking
of
at,
these
like, a
areas
cloud.
they have like, so my sister had a cottage, about like 3.5 hours from here, and on the way to Ottawa, and so we would go to this dark side area every time we go to the cottage,
Mhm.
and there's like fanatics, people who like really love astronomy, that are set up with like these 15,000, 20,000, sometimes more gear, like to watch, and they want to educate people just because they're so into it.
That's amazing.
That's
And they're just like, everything's already set up and you can lie down on a blanket, so, and then just sort of enjoy the stars. So
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
I'll give you the info after.
Please give me the info.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get into
Start
it.
up.
I just want to say hello to Greg who's watching. Hello, Greg.
Hi,
It's
Greg.
nice to see you.
Oh wow,
Greg.
that was exact
Wow,
same
we
inflection.
in tandem. What's your new favorite thing? Dahlia?
Okay, I have discovered, I'm terrible at it. I discovered things and I start to tell everyone about it.
Okay.
Like, just random strangers
Well,
in
it's
like
a good idea,
restaurants.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. I did not know this. I have spent thousands and thousands of dollars over the last few years on, face products in terms of like clearing acne or having great skin or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so a friend of mine, big up to hype to Roy Hamilton. He just gives me this little tip.
Roy
It's sort
Hamilton.
of changing my life. He says, drop all these face washes.
Mhm.
This is a conspiracy, obviously, by some massive companies. They're gonna try and shut down this video. All right.
All right.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay.
Just saying the words.
You don't need any of that. All you need to buy is an aloe plant, which I was living in the
Oh, yeah.
Kensington area for a little bit recently, so I went to the organic place. I grabbed a couple of aloe plants, and you just cut a little bit.
Yeah.
Just open it up.
Mhm.
All right. Just cut a bit part of the leaf. Open it up and just kind of like try to loosen up the gel.
Yeah.
And use the actual leaf as your base, and then the gel's on top of it. Just try to like wash your face with it.
I'm
Wow.
doing it.
Love it.
And
I'm doing it
it's
all
Aloe's
the
an
time.
amazing. Aloe is an amazing
Amazing.
plant.
And then I'm
'Cause
gonna
it helps your
drink it.
skin heal, right? Like you can
Exactly.
put aloe on a cut and then
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
it's
when
an
you get a
antiseptic, so it's
sunburn.
like-
Yeah.
And you can drink it.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
true. You
can put
can.
it in your for the people waking up at 6 a.m. for their run, they
Yeah.
can put it in there.
Yeah, maybe I'll have I'll turn over a whole new.
Sometimes you can
Aloe
buy like
leaf.
the long
What?
leaf and
Mhm.
the like you
Yeah,
can buy it.
the big leaf. When my mom,
This
when
big.
I was a kid, so there used to be a company called Alouette. I don't know if there still is, but when I was a kid, my mom used to have parties for
Alouette?
those. Alouette. Did you want to say Alouette? Remember that?
No,
It's a
I
female-
don't remember it.
There was it was basically like Avon or whatever. Like it was a product,
Okay.
and you would have like a
Oh.
Tupperware party, but you would have an Alouette
Alouette.
party.
Yeah.
And I remember the woman because I was a little kid, and all these women were in my kitchen, and the woman brought like an aloe plant and cut it and did all of that to
What?
be like these products are made from. I mean, there were still products, so
and
like
then they
it's
shut
not-
it down. All
Yeah,
the
yeah.
big chemical companies came
And
in
they
and
were
went,
like,
shut her
no.
down.
Well,
Yeah.
so there you go. There's some tips.
I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
also-
Okay, Dale's gonna let us know how it goes
I
for
will,
you,
I
Dale.
will.
There,
Yeah.
I don't know how we're doing on time, but very quick.
Yeah.
So, Nikolai Salcedo, who's in the studio
Hey,
here.
Nikolai.
Okay, this is hype to his mom.
Okay.
So, and all moms can use this tip. Apparently, his mom used to put aloe on their fingers as children, so they wouldn't suck their thumb because it's bitter. So
Natural remedy.
She would just natural remedy
It's
this.
happening.
All right. So
Dale's gonna lose her mind. Dale,
Yeah.
I can see Dale's mind.
I don't know if you know, but I'm quitting my job and I'm gonna make an aloe farm. Aloe farm.
Amazing. This is the last episode of Hype Night because Dale is now gonna go off and
Bye.
Alibi. I'm lying. It's not. Actually, we're gonna be back next week.
I almost believed
Um,
you. She's a good actress.
Thanks. Good to know I still have it. Still have
You
those
got
acting
it.
chops.
You got it.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks,
Dahlia. And we're gonna put
Thanks
links
so
to her
much.
music. Go check out Dahlia's music. It's so fantastic.
It's so great, yeah.
And follow her on all the social medias. We'll be back next week. Next week we're with Amy Seidman as our guest, and Amy is a film journalist. She reviews genre films, horror films, slasher films. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
She's a blast. So join us, and we'll see you then. And share the page if you like it.
Yeah,
Let us
you
know
can-
what you thought.
Also go on and give us a rating because it's good for us and it's good for you to make you feel good.
Yeah, and we like to make you feel good.
Yeah.
Hype to you for joining us. Have a great week, and we'll
Yeah.
see you next week. Let's listen to some open source music on our way out. This is it's a pretty
Facebook won't
juicy.
take us down for this.
No, this this is all open
Facebook
source.
won't take us down to this.
Not open
Facebook.
source.
Facebook won't take us down for this. I love that.
And every day with your sweet smile, everything's magical in your eyes. Since you've come along, oh, there is a reason you make me feel this way, lover. This way, lover. This way, oh, lover. You're such a dream. You're such a dream. You're such a dream. Let